I am officially pregnant and I will be staying pregnant. So let's do my Pio and my Lovenox together. Today was my third frozen embryo transfer. It went beautifully. I feel like they always go well, but I will say me and my husband were talking after this one, and this has been our favorite transfer so far. The first two transfers we had the same doctor, and he was great. Don't get me wrong, like he was great bedside manner. You could tell he was very well trained too. But this time we had a nurse practitioner, and I feel like she just like walked us through everything much more. Like our other doctor did too, but like she just seemed to really take the time to like explain every little thing she was doing. She also kept asking like if I was okay, which I thought was super nice. Like no one, like the other doctors never asked that, but she was so sweet, and the two nurses that she had helping her were also very nice. So overall it was just a really great experience. Also, I don't know if anyone's ever heard of the old wives' tale of having a pregnant woman like braid your hair, because then it like transfers like the pregnancy like aura or whatever to you. Well, my nurse practitioner was pregnant, so if we're talking about old, you know, transferring some good juju, I feel like having a pregnant nurse practitioner do your embryo transfer, like you can't ask for any more good vibes, good energy, anything like that. So it just went great, and I'm very hopeful. Like if we were going simply based off experiences alone, I would say like this was definitely the one that's gonna work. Might need to put another syringe on this. And it's just been so nice too to like come back to the Airbnb and just like relax. I also did my intralipids today before my transfer, which is the first time I've ever done them the day of transfer. The last two times they've been the day before. And I feel like I kind of like the idea more. That way it's more like in your system, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know. And I have to do my next lipids infusion on Sunday, which thankfully my mom is a paramedic, so she's just gonna do it for me. Like my extra lipids came with an infusion, like a IV kit. And then today the nurse gave me instructions for, this is a different brand of Lovenox, and there's like no tab. But the nurse gave me instructions for like the infusion, like how much, how quick, that kind of stuff. So, but that'll be nice to be able to save the money and have my mom do it. I don't think this one has the, I don't think it's got the safety black. Nope, it does. Yes, we head home back to Michigan tomorrow. My clinic has no worries about us leaving the day after transfer. They just recommend to stop every 2 to 3 hours and get up and walk around, you know, keep the blood flowing, things like that. Because they don't recommend bed rest. They want you to keep moving, keep blood going to the uterus. I've also been drinking a ton of pomegranate juice, which I've never done any of my previous transfers because I think it tastes disgusting. But I found if I mix it with pineapple juice and coconut water, it actually tastes pretty good. So I've been drinking that basically nonstop because they say that's good for blood flow as well. Do I think it's something that's going to make or break a transfer? Absolutely not. But it is nice, you know, something easy to do and it tastes good, so why not? But like I said, there is our little speck. I don't actually know what I'm looking for. This is it right here. This overall, like that's what she wanted. That's another thing too. The nurse practitioner, Mia was her name, that did our transfer, like the actual transfer itself. She told me something. She said something about like you have a longer uterus. I was like, okay, girl. But I have a longer uterus, so she advanced the catheter slightly farther than she would for other patients just to get the embryo higher. Again, I don't know if it's gonna do anything, but like it just really seemed like she took the time to care about me and my husband. Because like even too, she was like, oh, like she was talking to my husband, she was, you need to stand up, like come over here and stand up by her, because he was like sitting in the chair like leaning around one of the other nurses, and she was like, no, like stand up and come stand by her. So like I don't know, she just was really good, and I really liked her bedside manner, and like I said, vibes were good. So I'm very, very, very hopeful about this transfer. And worst case scenario, we have a plan in place if it doesn't work, but we're not even gonna think about that because it's gonna work and I'm gonna stay pregnant. So fingers crossed.